Moving on to other news here in the United States, a judge in Mississippi has rejected a request from the state's only abortion clinic, which aimed temporarily to block a new law outlawing the procedure. The ruling means that the ban will take effect beginning tomorrow, and all remaining abortion providers in the state must close by the end of business here on Wednesday. The ban follows the U.S. Supreme Court's decision last month overturning Roe v. Wade, that earlier ruling that kept abortion legal in America for the last 50 years. As early as 2007, anticipating that Roe would one day be struck down, Mississippi lawmakers passed a so-called trigger law to ban all abortions the moment the 50-year precedent was overturned. Attorneys representing the abortion clinic argued that the right to the procedure is part of the right to privacy guaranteed by the Constitution. But the judge in the case ruled that the wording of the privacy law makes no specific mention of abortion.
And the status quo should be enforced by the court given the binding precedent of pro-choice versus Fordyce that protects those rights of the individuals, the women of Mississippi. And so we simply ask that the court enforce that precedent, issue an order to preserve the status quo so that for the moment, while we litigate this case, we remain in the same legal posture that Mississippi has been in, more or less, for nearly all of its existence.
In the past 2 weeks, the state of the law has changed dramatically, and the court needs to decide this motion based on the law as it now stands. You know, if this suit were filed a month ago, if this hearing were 2 weeks ago, things would be very different. The plaintiffs would have a much different claim. But and that's because 2 weeks ago, there was a Roe versus Wade, there was a Planned Parenthood versus Casey, and there was a pro-choice Mississippi versus Fordyce. That's no longer true. As a result of the Supreme Court's decision in Dobbs versus Jackson Women's Health Organization, there is no Roe versus Wade, there is no Planned Parenthood versus Casey, and as a result, there is no pro-choice Mississippi versus Fordyce.